Actually, I hate her work so much. I hate it. I don't.
I
Yeah,
told her,
it's
mom
evident. It's
I told her mom
evident
when I
that
went by
it's
the booth, I was like, by the way, I don't know if you know Gigi Ford. You can follow her online. She despises your daughter's artwork.
not
She
a fan at
hates
all.
it. We're coming for you. Bust it wide open. Yeah, I said.
Whoa,
I said
you gotta just
message.
admire from afar at that point. Now, we've gone to MegaCon, we've gone to Anime Corpus. We have more to come. Like in a couple of weeks, like I just said, we're gonna be in. Welcome everybody to Con Culture Podcast. Back in 2025, and we've already been to a couple of cons. Like,
Couple.
yeah,
We've been to more than a couple.
we've been busy this year. We have been busy doing things already and just had enough time to kind of sit together to talk about our experiences. So we will be discussing how our MegaCon went, my first MegaCon, Trey's old stomping grounds. So we will be discussing that. We will be discussing Anime Corpus Christi, which always a fun time in Corpus. There's so much love there. And then we're going to be discussing where we're going next. Because, yeah, even though we've been to a bunch of cons, we're about to fly out of the state of Texas to head to several different places. Fun fact, we had Anime Corpus Christi and MegaCon on the exact same weekend. So we had to divide and conquer. The girls went down to Corpus. Me and Trey went over to Orlando, Florida for MegaCon. And that's what we're going to talk about. So, Trey, what were your thoughts on MegaCon? What were your highlights of going back to your old stomping grounds?
The last time I went, I think it was 2016 or 2017. And that con has grown just so much. Like, I remember it being big back then. That was my first major convention I ever went to when I first started cosplaying. Yeah. And my lord, like it was large. I know it's not nearly the scale of like San Diego or anything like that, but like it was massive.
You needed a foot massage after walking MegaCon.
Absolutely. And like we totally didn't realize like, just how big that convention center is. It's like the second largest in the country, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
big
I was
boy.
We were like in the mainly
I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
Oh,
yeah, we didn't even know there was another hall.
Yeah,
like we were like interviewing cosplayers. Yeah, I think it was the South Hall we were in.
But there's a North
walking
Hall?
Back and forth. Yeah, and they're like, oh, it's over there by the North Hall. We're like, there's a North Hall. So there's the South Hall,
more?
Which is a lobby. Then you have the con. And on the other side, there's another lobby that's the exact same size as the first one.
And then there's a whole nother building that exact same size across the street. That's all connected. Yep. And we were just like, holy cow.
So it's like 5 cons in one.
There was a whole nother convention
it's a
going
sizable.
On.
Yeah,
That's
there
so
actually
cool.
was another convention in that convention center going on.
Yeah.
Totally unrelated to MegaCon.
It's
but
a bunch
yeah.
of doctors or something. And
I was going to say, are they normies? And they're just like seeing all these
totally
cosplayers
normies.
like, oh my God.
They got a show.
Not only normies, they were medical professionals, right, Trey?
God.
Oh, yeah. They're like, that guy's not drinking enough water. I can tell.
Like,
well, we had emergency services on standby just in case.
No, it was incredible. Like the community, like, I love the cosplay community across the nation. Like I can't wait to say that internationally one day, but across the nation, it is great. Everyone was just so willing to just do whatever you want. Can I take a picture with you? Can we shoot a video with you? And they're like, yes, absolutely, let's do it. Like it was just all love across the board there. The Star Wars community there is huge. They had a massive Star Wars section there that was just like
biggest I've probably ever seen.
Like it was ridiculous. And then the Trekkies were in full force there too. Like, hey, come over here. We got the captain's chair and everything. I was like, you got it. There was Doctor Who fans. There was the classic 80s movies fans. They had like the Labyrinth throne from the Goblin King and everything. Like it was like the cosplay scene there was just incredible.
That's so cool.
Giant Hulk statues, Red Hulk and regular Hulk. It was
oh my gosh, was Art just like losing his mind over the statues?
Yes. My brother's wallet had a struggle that weekend because there was just so much cool stuff to buy. I ended up actually, my brother, shout out, I got this.
Oh yeah, the Marvel booth.
Yeah, the Heroes and Villains.
Oh my gosh, you got it!
It's the Wolverine backpack. Yeah, I love it. I freaking love it.
Love that.
And so they threw in the collector pins.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
The merch there was in full force. Like if there was something like any fandom, they had it. Like no doubt.
Honestly,
Her Universe was there also.
Like, broke.
Yeah.
Because I love Her Universe. I would have come back broke.
Yes. Yes.
That's a plus to why I didn't go.
Yeah. Yeah. What else did you like about it, Trey?
It was just a crazy, like, full circle moment for me. Like, But the first time I went there, like I was in a podcast called the Furious Fan Cast. Shout out to you guys. And now being with y'all and this podcast, and then being in the cosplay I am now, it was just a full circle moment. It was just surreal coming back with you. And I love to run into a few friends that I've used to cosplay with in Florida and did photo shoots with. And it was just amazing.
What is it, Luke?
Yeah, Luke.
Was it Luke we ran into?
Yeah, the official third term. We had him on the show a few years ago.
Yes.
Former guest.
Oh, yeah.
Finally got to meet him in person. Great guy.
Yeah. He's so sweet.
He is a sweet.
Really is.
And so supportive.
Oh, absolutely. And so it was just great running people. It felt like, I've made this joke with several people. It felt like a real life blip from Marvel. Like it's been 5 years since I've been there.
Hey.
And it was like, boom, I'm back. And it's like, it was so great being back in Florida. My cosplay stomping grounds, and I can't wait for next year where we can see the finale of the
$10,000. That's going to be exciting.
Wow. Insane.
Yeah, it was already nuts. We didn't actually get a chance to get in the cosplay contest. We assumed there was going to be a press entry, and there wasn't. And by that time, general admission was like lying around the building. It was nuts. So yeah, we were already hungry, and like Trey said, it's a big con, so our feet were killing us. It was time to go and get some sustenance before we wasted away. But yeah, no, MegaCon was a blast. I had a blast at MegaCon. It was my first one. It was a great vibe. Like Trey said, almost every cosplayer we asked was like, "Yeah, I'll do a video. Yeah, I'll do a video. That's awesome." Or they're like, "I've seen your videos. I love your videos. They're awesome. Big fan. Yeah, no, totally. I got one for you." And then they jump right in, which still is a surreal moment for me. And we got to meet Liz Wonder.
Yes.
Huge Liz Wonder fan. We're like walking in, and then she's there in full gold Wonder Woman cosplay, looking majestic. Exactly. That was playing in my head, Trey.
Did you cry? Because I would have.
We wanted to, but we didn't want to like
trying to play it cool.
Ruin.
So
yeah, we totally trying to play it cool.
How did y'all not kidnap her and bring her back to San Antonio?
We wanted to. She was the sweetest.
She was in the gold armor, so she was very intimidating with the gold armor. It was like
she looked bigger than us, even though she was tiny.
Even though she is
odd and strange.
5'2".
Yeah, exactly. She was kind enough to take a photo, even though she was like getting herself together. And she had a great video bit. Hopefully she got a chance to do that. I don't want to say it just in case she hasn't filmed it yet. But I was like, man, your creativity is insane. I'm a huge fan. I love all of your content. So I got to tell her that. She was very appreciative. We actually ran into some pro wrestlers on the way out of the con. We ran into a couple of WWE superstars just walking into the con because they're cosplayers also, and they love conventions. So they were coming for the con, and they had a big wrestling thing upstairs with a ring, and some superstars for signing autographs.
Cool. Wow.
So yeah, we got to snag a photo with Zelina Vega.
I was like, why is Art taking a picture with Todoroki? Like, he's just a big fan of My Hero? I was like, okay. I was like,
it was... No, it was a superstar. It was a WWE superstar. So that was super cool. And just, the vibe of everyone just being so kind, so sweet. I had my first like surreal moment. This 13-year-old kid kind of stopped me for a photo. Like he came up to me. He's like, excuse me. And I was like, hey. He's like, are you the guy on TikTok? The guy who does the mistaken cosplay? And I was like, yeah, bud, that's me. And his little brother's there just standing with the phone camera app open, just like waiting for his job. Like his brother told him, take the picture. So he's like there waiting. They're not being rude. Nobody's asked yet. Like they haven't asked for the photo, but I'm like, I see the camera open and I'm like, oh, dude, do you want a picture? He's like, yeah. And my wife Belinda was there, so I told the little brother, I was like, oh dude, she'll take the picture, get in on it. And so he gets in and they're just like cheesing. I'm like, holy shit, what's going on? So I take the photo. I probably did the Millennium Peace sign. No, I think I did the number one, but we took a photo together.
You did the finger gun?
No, I did not finger gun it, but yeah, I took a photo with them and they were like so hype, and I'm walking away just as hype as they were. So they walk away.
A photo of me?
Exactly. It was just so out of the blue. I was like walking away like, what just happened? What is reality? It was awesome to know that we created a series that has positivity infused in it. We're not like vilifying anybody. We're not rage baiting. We're not creating drama. We're literally spreading positivity. A shared experience, a comedic moment is what we're sharing. And the fact that now kids are seeing that and it's a positive experience and bringing happiness to so many was just a really cool moment. So Yeah,
That's
that was my
awesome.
MegaCon
Cool.
experience.
What a special
was-
moment. Thank you for sharing that.
No, it was so cool. And but I did, part of my heart was really sad that I wasn't able to be in Corpus, because I love Corpus in the wintertime.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
The last year
It
was so
does
much
get a
fun.
little windy though.
So windy.
So windy.
It was so
So-
windy.
Very windy.
Krista, you want to start us off? How was Anime Corpus Christi?
Well, really quickly before Krista
Yeah.
starts, I do think it is important to just remember that this was Daniel's first con back after having losing his son 5 months ago.
Yes.
Like Live Like Liam was a very prominent theme throughout the entire show. And it wasn't somber by any means,
Mhm.
but it was definitely, there were so many beautiful moments that just to remember Liam, because he was such a big part of that show. And so I just want to like extend, the love from all of us here at Con Culture to Daniel and his family and his team and all of those who were affected by the passing of Liam. So
100%.
thank you for putting on a show, because you had every excuse to not, but you showed up, and it was honestly one of the best shows that he's ever done. So I just wanted to just throw that out there, because it really was a beautiful show.
That's awesome. It was a celebration of life. It was a
It really
celebration of
was.
Liam's life. And
Yes.
I'm glad that everybody got to gather, because I know Corpus, it's always filled with so much love and positivity
Yes.
there as well.
The community
And-
there is just so tight.
And
Yeah.
like Corpus isn't a big city,
No.
and it has a very awesome small town vibe and still puts on an amazing show. So I can't wait to hear how it was for y'all.
Krista. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
you're good. You're good.
That's your cue.
Oh, that's
Follow
like you.
that. I'm just kidding.
Oh God.
So that's 100% what I
God.
looked like, Chris. I was like, inside, I was like, oh. Total Uncle Fester.
No, I always, like you guys have said, like Corpus Christi cons are just like great vibes through and through. Like I love being by the ocean.
Mhm.
It feeds my little Scorpio heart, and I love it. I love going there.
Yeah.
And this con specifically felt like, because we made so many connections with people, with so many new people, is as far as like vendors and cosplayers and whatnot. And so it was just so great getting to meet all of these, like making new friends essentially. And
Yeah.
like you had experience with like people recognizing you. We had people that are like, wait, mistaken cosplays, right? Or like they'll when we say we're with Con Culture Podcast, they're like, wait, no, we follow you. Like that's awesome. And so we got to make that connection with people, and it was really, really cool. And I always just have a lot of fun at Anime Corpus. So
Yeah.
just the
It
connections.
is.
and
There's
the
a lot
great
of fun to
vibes
be
were
had.
amazing.
And that good
Yeah,
seafood.
Well, the seafood is great. So the panels this year were so stacked, and like there was always either like a panel on the main stage or in one of the smaller stages. There was always something going on, and that was really cool. There was a maid cafe where like you could go and have like experience like the Japanese maid cafe in Corpus Christi, and that was really cool.
That's so cool.
There were like there was a baking panel where like you could go and make your own. It was just so cool. Like there were so many different panels offered.
They
that
always
I
have great
haven't seen.
variety of panels at
Yes.
Corpus.
And they were like immersive
Yes.
panels too, so that was really
Yes.
cool.
There was karaoke. I mean, karaoke is always so popular. And then we had the opportunity to get front center seats for the adult cosplay contest, which was on Saturday. And that was insane. Like easily, this is the most stacked competition I have ever seen at one of those Corpus shows.
You do
And-
not envy the judges in
No,
those
I did not
I
situations.
did not envy them at
No.
all.
So the cosplay contest was really cool. The judges were spectacular. And then we got to make a connection with a cosplayer last year at Anime Corpus. Their
Yeah.
handle is Zanepocalypse, and they were dressed up like Mikyu, the little anime character, but like a mashup character. It was so cute. And they actually won the judge's choice last year. And then this year we got to watch them win first place
Whole thing
in
was
the
awesome.
they were dressed up like they did a mashup of Princess Peach, but like instead of like the
so
traditional Princess Peach dress, they were the piranha plant. And so that was so cool. It was like the Princess Peach dress, but if it was the piranha plant like pattern.
Man, that's awesome.
And it was so cool. So and like, you know, we've run into them at other, like we ran into them at San Japan and all of these other conventions. So it's like Krista said, these relationships that we have, you know, created and like keep forming them and molding them and strengthening them. Like, I wanted to take a picture with Zane, but I couldn't because there were so many people that wanted to take a picture with them.
Swamped.
And, like,
you got to just admire from afar at that point.
I did. And then I DM'd Zane and I was like, you looked so amazing. I'm so sorry. But they were kicking us out and you still had a line of like 40 people who wanted to take a photo with you. And they were like, no, I'm so sorry. Like, I saw you and I waved and it's just, you know, it's just really cool to get to like have these connections and
get to see the growth from one year to the next in these cosplays.
Exactly. And so at Corpus Christi Comic-Con this past summer, I had the honor of interviewing one of my favorite artists' father. So Milky Tomato, Emmeline.
Yes.
Her dad's name is Randy, and he is like her business manager and #1 fan. And I got the opportunity to interview him because Emmeline was actually at a different convention. And then this time around, I saw him and he was like, I was like, hey, I interviewed you this summer. And he was like, oh yeah, like come back over. Like, I would love to talk with you. And I was like, okay. But like, and so I went back and Emmeline was actually she had her booth at MegaCon.
MegaCon, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And so
small world.
Yes. Randy, her dad, was back at the booth. And I was just like, I love your daughter's work. Like, she's truly my favorite artist. Actually, I hate her work so much. I hate it. I told her.
It's evident.
It's evident that it's. By the booth, I was like, by the way, I don't know if you know Gigi Ford. You can follow her online. She despises your daughter's artwork.
Not a fan at all.
I've literally met Emmeline's mom. I've met Emmeline's dad. I've met Emmeline's aunt. I've met Emmeline's cousin. I have not met Emmeline.
One day.
And so her dad was like, hey.
We are Emmeline.
Like, here's my personal card to my direct email. I want to get y'all like connected. And I was like, I'm gonna vomit because like literally she's my favorite artist ever.
That's awesome.
So
that's how I felt when I met Lord Mesa in Arizona. I was like,
no, you're just like,
hey. And then he did an interview. I was over the moon.
Corpus is just one of those conventions. Anime Corpus Christi Comic-Con, it's like going to a convention and getting the best hug. Yes. Look at that little clown.
Her mom was so sweet. She's like, "Oh, you're a fan? Boom! Just gave me the sticker."
Yeah. No. Hey. No, her mom is super sweet. So yeah, I do
love their stuff. But clowns, I can't get with the clowns. They're cute. I'm terrified of them, but they have the cutest little D&D raccoons that I love. They're like, I have a water bottle just for the D&D raccoons. I bought a whole new one just for those. So
that's awesome.
It was great.
Milky Tomato. It's just the perfect mixture of cute and weird.
Yes.
It's literally
that's
my
the perfect
favorite
description. Yep. So that sounds like y'all had an amazing time in Corpus, as I knew you would, because we always have a blast when we go there. Now, we've gone to MegaCon, we've gone to Anime Corpus, we've been to other cons too, but we have more to come. Like in a couple of weeks, like I just said, we're going to be in 2 different places. Again, Gigi and Krista, where are y'all headed?
Well,
we're headed to Atlanta, Georgia.
Book Lush events in Atlanta, Georgia.
A night court ball.
Yeah, Book Lush events, night court ball in Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, there we go.
In case you didn't get,
yeah,
it's just
we got lost in the jumble. We're
gonna say it's like when you round. It's like when you round up, like it's close enough to Atlanta, Georgia to just say we're going to Atlanta. It's our first fantasy-based book event. So we're very, very excited to go and dip our toes in just a new portion of nerd culture.
Watch out, Book World.
Yeah.
We're coming for you.
Yeah, we're coming for you. Bust it wide open. Yeah, I said what I
Whoa.
said.
Whoa.
I said what I said.
That fits book talk. That 100% fits that world. I can't. It's too much for me and my wholesome G-rated content. Yes. I can't.
You also take like 6 weeks to read like half of a book.
Call out. I literally am taking 8 weeks to read the book 12-week year. And if you've seen it, it's 160 pages. It is not a big
Sure.
It's not a big book at all. So yeah, that's my speed because I'm weird. I have to play the whole thing out. Like I can't just read. I do voices and it's a whole thing. So yeah, it takes a while.
I have a whole production.
Yeah, but yours runs faster. Mine is slow-mo. It's like a tape recorder that ran out of batteries. Exactly. Yours buffers.
Is like the VH tape, the VHS tape.
And I got ADHD, so I got to reread. I'm like, what did it say? Oh, I got to go back.
Like, hold on, roll that back. Roll that back.
No, Krista's like these little like baby 20-something-year-olds who are like streaming. Where like you got to take the tape out and go.
I 100% am cartridge brain. Yeah. But yeah, so they will be in Atlanta, Georgia. Where we going, Trey?
Seattle, Washington.
The other side of the country.
We are opposite sides.
Oh my gosh, wait, is this our furthest stance we've ever done?
I think it's the furthest stance we've ever done for Con Culture, yeah.
Oh my God.
We're literally going to be on the East Coast and the West Coast.
We need to film content.
We need to figure out how to film the content for it.
I already figured it out. I'm taking note of it right now. I'm taking note of it.
Get them in there and we'll film them separately and it's going to be magic. But yes, we are going to Seattle, Washington for what, Trey?
Emerald City Comic-Con.
Yup. So we'll be in Seattle, Washington for Emerald City Comic-Con, which I love. It's a massive convention. It is overwhelming if you're not prepared for it, but it is a ton of fun. A lot of people don't like cold, wet weather. I love that gloomy, moody. I love everything about the Pacific Northwest.
Are you a Twilight girly?
Are
you a Twilight girly?
No.
Are you a
No. But yes. No, but yes. I love that. I love that vibe. I love the moodiness of it. And I cannot wait to go to Seattle again. I cannot wait to see friends that we've made since then that are from this area. So hopefully we run into them. Yeah, we're going to be in Emerald. We're going to run into some old friends. We're going to get all the content. If you recognize us at either event and want to just come up and say hi, please do. Please come up and say hi.
Well, we will have a photo booth with free photos at Book Lush. So
show up.
I need to go buy more memory cards. More batteries too.
We have a lot more preparations to do for these events, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. 100% professionals, as you can tell. But yes, we got to get ourselves organized for these cons because they're coming up fast. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for interacting with it, being supportive, spreading all this positivity throughout the community. I hope you enjoy the stuff we keep creating. We'll keep doing it as long as you keep giving a shit. So we'll see you guys.
We wouldn't be able to do this without you. And we
not at all.
We love the support. So
yes, thank you guys. See y'all next time.